Take a good look at our friends here, the yellows. The yellows look at the blues. Greens look at the reds, reds look at the greens. This is the enemy. These are the people who make your life hell. You have no idea why they haven't been fired a long time ago. They're certainly destroying all the value in your company. So we're going to play a little game here, and it goes like this. This is the opposite of a Myers-Briggs test. In fact, I'm not terribly interested in who you are. I'm terribly interested in what kind of culture, competency, and practices you employ in much larger groups of people. Because this comes from something that's been done here in Michigan for about 25 years. It's called the Competing Values Framework. It originally started with Bob Quinn and Kim Cameron. I think you'll see Cameron somewhere in your tenure here. It was built up by myself and Anjan Thacker to predict market variances, stock prices. And our research basically went like this. We began to figure out how we could look at what companies were worth, how they monetized growth. And we could pick that out by what kind of practices they ran in particular types of industries. So we could begin to see if they were this kind of a team, they were likely to produce this kind of an outcome, and we developed some indicators for that. We then began to see that culture and competency largely predicted what kind of outcomes those groups could create. And we have a very large database that did this. So far, so good, right? Culture and competency produce outcomes, just like in your organization. And they predict the kind of practices and strategies you're going to employ. Then we looked at individual leadership, and of course the assumption was what? The assumption was leaders are going to create the culture, competency, and practices in their organization to maximize the organization's value. But what did we discover? Leaders had a tendency to develop the culture, competency, and practices that reflected them! Not what was best for the company, not maximizing value, but me. Who are the best people? The people like me. What are the best processes? The processes I like to run. What's the right way to do it? The way I think is the right way to do it. Because I'm obviously the benchmark for everything. So, what we're going to do is we're going to play a little game. What we're going to do is we're going to have each group read what's on their cards, and then they're going to be quiet. Then we're going to ask the other group some questions about what this group would do if they had 1 year to make their organization better and new, to innovate in their organization. What would they naturally go off and do? And we're going to make fun of you for about 10 minutes. The good news is every dog has its day. You're going to get to make fun of other groups as well. So we'll be making fun of each other. And then at the end, we're going to operationalize how all this goes together, going back to our point that A.G. was making early on. How do we get all this stuff to go together? Now we're going to start with our friends, the yellows, because they're the nicest group here. They're really nice. Just look how nice they are. They're laughing carelessly. Right? Look, read what's on your cards, yellows, please.
Nurturing community, encouraging trust.
Oh, nurturing community.
Increasing morale.
Ah!
Building consensus.
Oh.
Attracting and hiring good people.
Oh, there you go.
Building consensus.
Oh.
Facilitating teamwork and cooperation.
Oh, the team.
Attracting and hiring good people.
Oh, yeah, because get on the bus with good people and it doesn't matter where you go, right?
Fostering empowerment.
Whatever the hell that means.
Mentoring and coaching people.
Mentoring, I love you, man.
Sharing information with others.
Because sharing is caring, right? Sharing is caring.
Facilitating teamwork and
Facilitating teamwork, getting along, networking, liking people, having a song in your heart. Come on, everybody. Kumbaya. Kumbaya. Go in silence, yellows. Now, to the other three groups, have you ever been in a meeting full of yellows? Be a fly on the wall. What goes on in the yellow meeting? What are they talking about? What are they doing?
hugging.
Oh, they're talking about their feelings. Their feelings about stuff. And they're touching each other, aren't they? There's touching. A lot of talking and touching when they're... Never touch a blue. Blues will call 911 or get a hotel room. One or the other. Blues don't get the whole emotional thing, right? They need a little work. So they're talking about, they're talking about the family. They're talking about who's doing what with whom in the office. You guys have no clue. They know all about that. Well, they're talking about how's the team doing? How do we feel about the new project? Are we ready? Do we have the right people? Are we, what is our head in the game? Is it a short meeting or a long meeting? Oh, it's really long. And there's a barbecue at lunch and clog dancing later. Right? Yeah, a long. How do they decide who becomes the leader? Think about this, how do they decide who becomes the leader?
Consensus.
That's, of course, it is consensus, democracy. On favor? I'm in favor. Yeah, he should be the leader, and then you're going to talk about it for the next, like, 5 months, about why it's a good thing that Arnold's the leader, what we expect from Arnold, it's a good development opportunity for Arnold, right, it's really good for him, and how excited we are about that. This is a grassroots conspiracy kind of thing, you know? What tools, methods, and processes do they use to improve the firm? How do they make it better and
Surveys.
Oh, they love focus groups are even better than surveys, right? Because you get to talk to somebody and touch them. Right? Touched you. I'm tingling all over, right? What else they do? They'll have team building. If, you know, we're going to start the EMBA with some crap like this. All right, the team building. What else they do?
Recognition.
Oh, recognition. Oh, you're so swell, Aaron. I just love your work, man. You ever know people who can get you a better deal on a car? You ever know people who get you into a good school? You're probably here because of that, right? You know, get you into a good school, right? You ever know people get you a ticket to the big game, right? You know those people take a good look at? That's this group. You know why? What's the most important time of the day for this group? Lunch! Yeah, the lunch group! Right answer! Look at them. They can all dance. They can go to pub crawl. They all want to golf. They have lunch all the time because their whole thing is networking like crazy. These are uber networks. They got power Facebook pages. They actually write crap on their page. I mean, I have a Facebook page. I don't write anything on it. These guys write enough for all of us. And they network like crazy. You know why? These people know anyone. They know everyone who can do anything. So if you need anything done, they know somebody who can do that. They can't actually do anything themselves. But they know who can get that done. They're very, very good at that. Now, second thing they love. They absolutely love development. You ever notice that these people have training places that are like, they're always off the beaten path. So, you know, you can't go to New York and have a beer or go to the big, you're always someplace on an island somewhere or someplace behind a compound or in the basement of a business school or some crap like that, right? So the notion is that they're all talking about how do we get everybody more capable and that culture going in the right direction and the team, and they're really working on getting it. Have you got your learning buddy? Have you got your learning buddy? Everybody's got to have a learning buddy and a mentor and a coach and all that stuff. Now the final thing. This group is the hardest group to change. You know what? Take a good look at them. They drank the Kool-Aid. Seriously, I think they have tattoos, right? These are people, they drank the Kool-Aid, they have tattoos, they're true believers. So, you know, we want them to change. They believe if they change, they're going to be doing something immoral and wrong. Right? So they're not going to change. They're what we call principle or value-centered leaders. So their values are everything to them. So they're very value-centered. They love to develop competency and culture in teams and teamwork. And they're very network-oriented. They love to connect things. Right? So these people love the millennials. Oh, they all work together so well. They're so global. Yeah, okay. We got it. What offenses do you get fired by Yellow for? Why does Yellow fire you?
Not being liked.
Pardon?
Not being well enough liked.
Not being well enough liked.
Not a team player.
Not a team player. Now I'm counting on my cynical, hard-nosed blues to answer this question. Why does the Yellow fire you? That's right, they never fire you! Right! They never fire you! Because you didn't fail! We failed! You just weren't hooking up with a baby, that's your hell! You get the Windows seat retrained, transferred to Schenectady or something, who knows? Now, where do we find the Yellows in the firm? HR, but not just HR, where else? HR training and all that. We find them often in sales and marketing. Yeah, we have to deal with people. Where else? Somebody said something else here. Organizational development, related field. Where else do we find them? Customer service? Yeah. Think about it. Supplier relations oftentimes. This is one that will freak everybody out. A lot of mergers and acquisitions are done over lunch. They're handshake deals. Yeah, now the blues are pissed. Really? I came to business school. Nah, you still got to break bread. You put shuka here, right? You got to make that all work. Yeah. Now, the final thing is you often find them in senior leadership positions where things get done through other people. Now the blues are really steep. Look at that. I knew it. Just look at the. You ever see the partner at a consulting firm, the head guy at an investment bank? They all can golf. Look at them. Look at them. They're all looking partners. Now, What kind of firms are yellow? Let me start you out. Singapore Air. Right? No difference between any other airline in the world, but has the highest by far customer satisfaction. Why? Because the person on the airplane actually likes you. Not that way, AG, but she likes you. She likes you. Nice person, right? Facebook. Incentive. McKinsey. Right? The 2,000 smartest strategists in the world, and a firm that has no strategy. Right? And if you think these guys are wusses, here's a great yellow firm. The Harley-Davidson Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They do have tattoos. They will beat you up in the parking lot. They've patented that obnoxious potato sound, right? You have to wait a year to get the bike. It costs as much as a car. And if you don't think they're a cult, where do they have their little get-together? Sturgis, South Dakota. Cult, cult, cult. Nobody goes to Sturgis unless they belong to a cult, right? They're a cult. You're the world of solution businesses. You're the world of millennials. You're the world of horizontal connectivity. You're actually a world that has emerged big time since 2008 when the President of the United States completely changed how presidents got elected. They registered 9 million new voters and roared into office. Whether you like him or not like him, it changed the model. And for the first time in my lifetime, well again since the hippies, we're starting to see something emerge like an open model. We're starting to see something emerge like a consensus model. So traditionally, this was sort of the weakest model in business schools. Not anymore. Not true anymore. Now, what value do they create? Why have them? For crying out loud. You know, why have them? Loyalty, stability, relationship, morale, whatever we're going to call it, glue. The community, the culture, the competency of the firm, whatever makes the family, the identity, you guys create. You know, your papa and mama, you do that for us. What else do we get? And this is going to really steam the blues again. You know how the blues are always talking smack about competing on knowledge? They're always annoying you. You never compete on knowledge. How do you get smart? Hire the right people, develop the right people, mentor the right people. Yeah, these are the knowledge guys. Look at them, yeah. Wait, you're all laughing right now. Wait till the first paper comes. The geniuses over here are going to learn that they're distributed genius over here. They're going to figure that out real quick, how to spread the net and how to work that all out. Yeah. So they're going to be knowledge people and they're going to be culture and competency people. Are they fast or are they slow? They're horribly slow. They're like the U.S. soccer team. Run, Forrest, run! Oh, we're going to win, brothers. Get the lead out if you want to win. Because how long does it take to build a good relationship? I shouldn't ask Mike. You know, he's a blue. 2 tequilas on a Wednesday night can be all over a relationship. But most of us, it takes a long time to build a decent relationship. Not like the blues here, all the Tiger Woods over here, right? Now, are their approaches breakthrough or incremental? They're incremental and they're slow. What's the redeeming factor? What do we get? What's the great redeeming factor for yellows?
They stick.
They stick. Very good. They're the most sustainable group in the room. Products change, markets change, strategies change. You got the right culture, the right competency. You stick around and play double jeopardy. This group taken too far becomes a static country club. Let's give our friends the yellows a round of applause because sports is well first.